probably not the best match.
When watching that, obviously the $1 million question, I'm sure, is, between him and Oleksandr Usyk, like how each one would fare against each other. Based on what you've been able to see on the night, how do you see that fight going?
If either of them come to Usyk in the shape they showed on Saturday night, both have very small chances.
Ooh.
Andre Ward did.
Those are the words of Oleksandr Usyk, which is, of course, the promoter of the newly crowned unified champion, Oleksandr Usyk. And as you heard him say, if any of those guys came in against Usyk in the condition they were in the night they fought, they have a very little chance of beating Oleksandr Usyk. Let me counterpunch. Listen, I thank each and every one for coming to the live stream. I appreciate you coming on. And while I was there, while Tyson Fury was doing his thing, and Deontay Wilder was fighting back ever so vigorously, I seen a lot of comments about Fury, especially when Fury finished Wilder, and they were like, oh man, Fury will beat Usyk easy. And I'm like, okay, where does Usyk come from? Do you think Usyk is Wilder at all? For one thing, Usyk won't get tired like that. He'll let the other guy get tired. Okay, and then, we've seen times where Fury was tired, and then it took him a while. Like Alex said, it did take him a long time to beat a guy from rounds 4, and it took 7 rounds, right, from rounds 4. Now, fair credit, Wilder did drop him twice, so he was hurt. So he had to recoup one of those rounds. So give him round 5, but round 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so it took you 6 rounds to take this guy out, a tired, battered guy that resorted back to the same old shit, just like Sugar Hill stated in the corner of Tyson Fury. The same old shit we saw from Wilder from round 4 on was the same old Wilder we're accustomed to. That's nothing new. Okay, nothing new. And it's a refreshing perspective because nobody's really said that. Maybe people might call that hating, but the one-punch knockout, dude, Tyson Fury hit Wilder a lot. So you can't say this man has one-punch knockout power. Come on, 6 rounds, he hit Wilder a lot. Now, he dropped him twice within that time span, within those rounds, those 6-round time span. He dropped him twice within those rounds. But, it took a lot to finish Wilder. Now, you could credit Wilder from having the heart, having the chin, having this, that. And I don't even think it's the chin, honestly. Because with the first knockdown, he just caught him in the upper, a short uppercut, and then he was down, right? So it was like, damn, where's this strong Wilder at? Okay? And he failed in the 3rd round in the 2nd in a rematch. So you can't say that. But back to Alex, he's saying, well, hey, none of these guys can beat Oleksandr Usyk. And it's hard to argue because for one, Usyk fought AJ, and it was more of a technical boxing match. Okay? The only fight that broke out was when Usyk was opening up on AJ. AJ didn't really open up on him like he probably should have. I know he should have, right? Because maybe he was worried about the movement that Usyk would give him and he could get countered and hurt, right? Because he was already hurt by Usyk. So, given Tyson Fury and Usyk, and we seen Tyson, when Tyson fell in the 4th, he needed a break. Okay, he needed a break. You could tell, like, oh shit, he's kind of tired. On top of getting hit, but he thought about it, like, I'm on the floor. It takes energy to get up like that, especially when you've been knocked down. It's harder to get up. It's hard to get up. Okay, have you ever been there? If you get knocked down in the ring, it's hard as hell to get up, people. Oh yeah, it's hard to get up. Okay, because that takes more energy. That's not bouncing around on your foundation, especially when your foundation has been compromised from a knockdown. Okay, so, it's interesting to see, but Usyk, he's known to talk, in the past for his fighter, but he just shows you that what he expects from his fighters a lot more than he saw between those two guys, Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Oleksandr Usyk's promoter saying that none of those guys would have had a chance against Oleksandr Usyk. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.